मियां मोहम्मद शहबाज शरीफ तकरीब से खताब कर रहे हैं।
Very important subject which he has undertaken along with his team. I made an effort more than once, and I could see on the faces of honorable, talented, professional bureaucrats not very keen. And that's all about reforms. That's all about, obviously, perks and privileges coupled with check and balances. That's about delivery, which is accounted for, performance which is accounted for, and tagged with perks and privileges and promotions. I think this is the sum total of that very detailed findings of Dr. Ishrat Hussain in this book. Issues which he has raised and today has discussed on this platform, I think are very pertinent. I'm very grateful to Dr. Saab for his kind words. He has spoken about me and also explained the weaker points and my shortcomings and our shortcomings. Because without that, you will always be living in a fool's paradise and would have no reality, no connection with reality or ground situation. I'd like to be very frank today because Dr. Saab's discussion has inspired me to at least take up a few points. For example, when he says in his book that he has categorized the history of Pakistan into two phases. One, from its inception to 1990 and from 1990 onwards to date. And he has, through empirical evidence, has established that despite the burden of people who migrated from eastern border to Pakistan, of course, having high hopes in their eyes, wonderful dreams that will now live in a country, in a society, in a system which would only, promote talent, hard work, honesty, purpose, and demote safarish and nepotism. And he says that in his book that till 1990 we were doing fairly well in this region and of course globally. We were our numbers were better than China, our numbers were better than South Korea, a country which we all know tried to emulate Pakistan's 5-year development plan and went back and replicated in latent spirit, but combined with their commitment and dedication that yes, we will make this model really a role model of success story. And they did. Now the point at issue is, and I would submit for a very kind consideration, also great mind sitting here in front of me from LSE and LUMS and Punjab University and other outstanding seats of learning. Then how come now we lag behind subsequently? If it's not a question of, as he said, and of course through facts and figures, that extremism is not a reason. Expenditure for our defense is not a big reason. Flow of foreign remittances is not a reason. then what is the reason for lagging behind? I think it's a very, very good question to really debate, and I would encourage my honorable participants sitting here that this is the question, because if this is these are not the reasons, then of course corruption in India, corruption in Pakistan, corruption is in Bangladesh is there. It's only a question of variance in degree. HR quality in Bangladesh, in Pakistan, in India is a question we must discuss. Is our bureaucracy more efficient or lethargic? And what's happening in India? What's happening in Bangladesh? Resource mobilization, planning, keeping in view our priorities, and then its implementation. Because if we go by what's happening in this region, in India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh, you do not find much of a difference, because if corruption is there in Pakistan, which is the case, you find mega corruption cases in India. I can name a few: Beaufort scandal, then and many others. In Bangladesh, recently a former Prime Minister has been convicted over there. So that is a common feature, not to say that we all should accept it, unacceptable, but it is there. And then other common features. They speak across the border Punjabi and we speak Punjabi. In Delhi and other places they speak Urdu, we speak Urdu. They speak English and we speak, we are excellent in English speaking, all of you sitting in this hall and those who are not in this hall. So what is the point which has kept us following them, and they are now far ahead of us, especially India and China? To me, if I say in all honesty of purpose, that is lack of accountability, not only in financial terms, in performance terms. Lack of, and this jargon is hackneyed now when we say, capacity building. Actually, quality of HR. And then, obviously, inspiration to deliver and to lead from the front. I think these are the challenges which we definitely face, and poor delivery is our biggest challenge. Dr. Saab rightly mentioned about empowering local governments. No question about it, because you cannot deliver to the four nook and corner of Punjab from Lahore, and for that matter from Karachi and Quetta and Peshawar. You have to devolve, and you have to ensure this devolution in true sense. It's not on papers, but actually, delivering and supporting and strengthening capacities in delivery centers all over the country. Well, we may have, delayed things in electing local bodies. That is a question I think would be a fair question. And it obviously would now take time to revive the system, strengthen the system, train people, and then it will take time. But I just want to say, not for the sake of politicking or point scoring, the fact of the matter is, that the word devolution, which was coined by, in our terms during General Musharraf days, it led to weakening of bureaucracy. It led to giving more powers to our police service. And what happened? That talent stopped flowing towards entering civil service of Pakistan and moved towards police service of Pakistan, because they were further, the police system was further strengthened. But then, what about check and balance in police itself? I'm not talking about now Punjab police, I'm talking about police in Pakistan. Under that 2002 order, one of the requirements was what called Safety Commission, Public Safety Commission, a wonderful safety wall. But I can say, including Punjab, nowhere in Pakistan this was ever experienced. Nowhere in Pakistan. So we need to go into its reasons. Local bodies at that point in time.
वज़ीर आला पंजाब तकरीब से खिताब कर रहे हैं, जो कि